Imagine building a civilization so brilliant that the jungle had to swallow it to keep it safe. And today, we're finally learning why the Maya rose, how they fell, and why their descendants are still here, carrying a story the world forgot. Before the pyramids, before the kings, before the glory, there was the land. Hot, humid, unpredictable, a place where every step could mean life or death. The Maya homeland stretched across southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador, a region of thick rainforests, jaguars, rivers, and hidden caves. But this land also offered something precious: maize, water, limestone, and fertile valleys. Those early families looked at this wild world and said, "We can build a life here." The first Maya families, pre-classic era, 2000 BCE to 250 CE. It didn't start with cities. It started with families. Imagine a Maya mother teaching her child to grind maize, a father clearing a small patch of forest for a home, villages forming around shared fires and shared fears, storms, droughts, wild animals. Little by little, these villages grew into small towns. Clay huts became stone foundations. Leaders emerged. Stories formed. A culture was being born, quietly, patiently, beautifully. The Golden Age, the classic period, 250 to 900 CE. And then, the Maya stepped into the light. This era was brilliance at full power. Cities like Tikal, Palenque, Calakmul, Copan, Caracal rose like green mountains from the jungle floor. These weren't random settlements. They were carefully planned capitals ruled by powerful kings and queens. Dynasties competed, alliances formed, wars erupted. Every stone, every monument was political. What was daily life like in Maya society? People woke before sunrise. Farmers grew maize, beans, squash. Women wove beautiful textiles. Children played bowl games in dusty courtyards. Merchants traveled dangerous routes with salt, cacao, jade. They lived, loved, fought, dreamed, just like us. The Maya thrived because they mastered the land. Terraces hugged the hillsides. Reservoirs stored precious water. Cacao beans served as money. The jungle wasn't their enemy, it was their partner. The Maya world was spiritual to its core. They believed every mountain, cave, and star held a living spirit. Rituals were not entertainment, they were survival. Kings offered blood to maintain sacred balance. Priests interpreted signs from the sky. The calendar guided planting, harvest, war, coronation, everything. The Maya wrote one of the most sophisticated writing systems in the ancient world, glyphs carved like poetry into stone. They invented the concept of zero centuries before many cultures. Their astronomers tracked Venus with stunning accuracy. Their calendar wasn't mystical, it was science. The peak of Maya civilization. This wasn't a lost world, it was a living masterpiece. Artists created jade masks that still glow today. Architects built pyramids that align with the sun. Ball players competed in arenas where entire cities watched. Music, dance, poetry, mathematics, astronomy, every part of life was stitched together with meaning. The collapse. 800 to 1000 CE. And then, the centers of the southern Maya world began to fail. Not in one day, not from one disaster, but from many wounds at once. The population boomed, forests were cut, soil grew tired, crops declined. Archaeological evidence shows severe droughts over decades. Rivers dried, reservoirs shrank. Water, the heart of Maya life, became scarce. Kings fought for shrinking resources. Dynasties collapsed. Cities that once formed alliances turned on each other. More people, fewer resources. Famine, disease, fear. Families migrated north or west in search of hope. Imagine a mother carrying her child away from a dying city. Imagine a farmer watching his crops fail year after year. Imagine a king unable to save his people. This wasn't the fall of a civilization. It was the suffering of thousands of ordinary lives. The Maya never disappeared. The legacy, Maya today. Here's the part history class often forgets. The Maya did not vanish. Today, more than 6 million Maya people live across Mesoamerica. They speak Maya languages. They weave traditional clothing. They pass down stories, astronomy, healing practices, and architecture. Cities were abandoned, but the people were not. The Maya story is still alive in every market, every weaving pattern, every ritual, every song. The Maya have endured droughts, collapse, conquest, and centuries of silence, and yet their spirit still rises like the sun over the pyramids.
If you believe ancient history is not just stones and timelines, but human stories that deserve to be remembered, subscribe, because we're just getting started.